guys, welcome back to another video with Coco Cabana. We are here in March, guys. I can't believe it's March. It's almost spring. So let's go over our month of March and see what we got going on. So here's my calendar. This is a big month. It started on a Sunday and it goes to the 31st. The pink is from last month's check, so February, because I didn't get paid until the 11th. So anything in yellow is what I paid with or plan to pay for my first check, and then we'll get paid again on the 25th, and that's what I plan to pay everything in blue. And then we'll get paid here on the 8th, and it looks like I shouldn't have anything to cover because, well, I wanted to do this Apple card. Let me put the blue. I did want to do this Apple card for that. So I should be doing that, but you'll see what I did here in a minute. And this bill. So then we don't have anything due until about the 9th, which would be Spectrum. So I'll be able to catch that in my first check for April. Okay. All right. We didn't do a full monthly. So we are going to actually, I did the monthly just to pre-plan, but I didn't share my monthly because I never fully completed it. So we're just going to go by the paycheck, and which worked fine because we did pay out. So first off, I'm going to have to turn this just a tad. Let's go ahead and pull it out here. Our payroll was $1,846.44, and that was 3/11. And then our bonus did hit our checks. So we did get bonuses this year, and I ended up my take home was $1,951.50. All right, so that totaled $3,797.94. Now this is what I ended up doing. First thing first, we did, why do I have, oh yes, okay. So I sent $20 to my other bank for this Roblox. And usually I do these in different colors just to coincide with what they are, because like my Apple, I didn't break out my expenses that I use on my Apple card, which is, let's see, it is the 11th. We can put that in here. Apple storage, that's $9.99. And then YouTube comes out of that card, and that is $20.03. And that one comes out on the 15th. So that should be coming out actually today. So for Apple Card, what did we do here? We did $63. So, and we did that $312. Okay. For Capital One, which is our black Jeep, we did $311, and we did $344.72. Okay, so I did this one, did Roblox, did the black Jeep, We did 63. But I'm going to put this in a different color because those expenses come out of here. So really, I shouldn't have written this here, but that's what that is. Plus, you know, like interest. Okay, so we did Apple. Bank of America, we did $312. And we did $94. Okay. We did My Jeep, which is not due to the end of the month, which is $443. Okay. Then we did the Black Jeep again, because I'm like, why wait? So that was $344.72. Then I had been using my PayPal a little bit. I can't even remember why, but I think I discussed that in another video. So that I paid off. It was $371.03. Okay. City, we did on 3/13, and we paid $68. Okay. Then we did our upgrade on 3/13. That was $554.44. Okay. Then we did Cricket, which is due at the end of the month. We did that on 3/12. So we did $122. And then today I was like, why am I sitting here waiting to pay this at the end of the month? I had like missed it when I first wrote this out. So today I went ahead and I paid $160 to the Barclays. Okay. So let's take this and just make sure that we paid everything that we intended to pay, because that's how I ended up missing the Barclays, because I started my monthly but didn't finish it, so I kind of like missed my Barclays in my figuring. Okay, so we did the Black Jeep. Now I don't have to worry about We Energies because, like I said, I paid this on 2/25. I kind of like, you know, paid ahead, so I'm just gonna make everything green. We paid the Roblox. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna do the same thing here. Everything I paid. Then we had Bank of America, which was $94. Okay. All right. Just double checking my work here. Then I did My Jeep, which was $443. Then I did the Black Jeep again. We did the PayPal. I don't know. Did I have it written on here? I don't think I had it written on here, so I'm just going to cross it off. We did City, which was right here, and that was $68. Okay. We did Upgrade, which is right here. Okay. And we did Cricket, which was $122. And then we did the Barclays, which was $160. Okay. So now basically I just want to make sure that I got everything that I intended. All right, so let's go through, see if we missed anything. Everything has been marked off in green, and we look good. We ended up, we need to make another payment before April, but I did. So technically, we can mark this off. Even though I would like to make another one, I classified that down here at the bottom, which is, let's put this in here. We ended up classifying that as a debt payment. So I'm going to write that here. And we paid today $315. We paid $100. Okay. For gas, I ended up doing a $60. Grocery, I ended up doing $200, which isn't really enough. Extra money for her for snacks, I did $30. If she doesn't use this or whatever, we'll just put it in her, we probably will though, in her savings challenge. I do 20 a paycheck here, so that went. My battle against evil, I was contemplating doing this or finishing it or not, because I felt like I had too many things going on. With the collab, it's kind of hard. So I did end up using that $63. I was going to repay it back, and then I set $80 aside for collab and Battle of Evil. But I think I'm just going to repay this in a different envelope and use it for something else. I don't think I'm going to continue with that one right now, just because I don't want to be overwhelmed. I have $42 for emergency fund, 20 for dreams, 30 set aside for Christmas, and then 80 was going to be for the collab and evil. Okay. So, give me 1 second, guys. I think my dog wants to go out. 1 second. Okay, guys. So let's go over our master sheet to just make sure that we covered everything we need to cover. So we have our black Jeep twice. We did our Apple Card. We didn't need to do Spectrum or We Energies. We did Bank of America. We did our Roblox. Upgrade we did. We did City. We did Cricket. We did My Jeep. And we did Barclays. So we covered all of our bills. That's my master sheet, just to make sure we covered everything. So let's see. So our next paycheck for March, we won't necessarily need to cover any bills. But I am trying to be, because I had this money, trying to be strategic on how I was able to pay the full month of bills. I want to keep on that momentum. So my next check, whatever I have that's open that I can pay, I'm going to be trying to do that. Okay, so we had 1846.44, 1951.50. So that came to $3,797.94. So let's add these bills up so we know how much it should have totaled. So 20, 344.72, 94, 63, 443, 344.72, 371.03, 68, 554.44, 122, 160. So that should have came to $2,584.91. So let's just double check. It's always good to double check. 94, 63, 443, 344.72, 371.03. Oh, that's because I had got her table. That's right. 68, 554.44, 122, 160, 2584.91. Okay, so let's take our total income, 3797.94 minus 2584.91. So that left us with 1213, $1,213.03. Okay, so let's add up our variables, grocery, gas, and this extra here for snacks or whatever. So we have 60, 230. So that should have came to 290. So let's subtract that, 1213.03 minus 290, and that'll be 923.03. Okay, and then up here for our savings goals, I did 20 per check, and because we had the bonus check, she ended up getting 40, so that's 40, 63, 42 for emergency, 20 for dreams, 30 for Christmas, and then 80 for the collab and whatever else. So that came to 275. Okay, so we had 923.03 minus 275. That brings us to 648.03. And then we did 100 for our debt. I have another thing that I put in here that is gonna screw up my numbers. So we'll put 200 because I did send my husband 100. So we'll do that because otherwise it's gonna mess up my numbers. 648.03 minus 200. So that leaves 448.03. I don't even know if that's right. But we need to go back through and I'll update it. Okay. So take these off. I don't need those. All right, I'm going to go through because Apple is the one that I'm going to work on as far as my snowball. And I'm going to go through and update this and make sure my numbers are right. But guys, we paid all of our bills for March and I'm super, super excited about that. We have a plan for our savings. We paid some extra on debt today, so that was exciting. I do need to take my money out here and here. And I have it written out here. So I do need to do that still. And then we can do, I did some grocery shopping. So really from this, I did $75. So really we'll only be doing 125 is what will really be taken out. I'm gonna just put it 125 because I did 75 already. And I think I wrote that down. Yeah, so I wrote that down. So we should have it's 75.60. So 125 or 200 minus 75.60, so 124.40 is really what I'm going to be pulling out. So we'll just change this to 124.40. I don't know how I'm going to do that, so it might just end up being 124, but I didn't get to the bank in time to do that. And then here is all my transactions. So we have it all I accidentally ripped that on paper, everything that we're doing. So I still need to get these savings out and these wallets. So really, like I said, I'll be getting $124.40. 124, and it won't be 40, but that's what I'll get out. But yeah, this is the budget. And then next week, or not next week, but the week after, when we do our budget, we currently don't have anything, but like I said, I'm going to be looking to see what I can pay ahead so I can use the money wisely and not just be spending. On my calendar, I have a birthday, and look, we got first day of spring coming up. So today is the 15th. So spring is Friday. St. Patrick's Day is this week, Tuesday, and then next week is Gigi's birthday. She's gonna be 5. And then I also took time to put this all in one place, so as I'm looking here, I know that I have half days because the kids are gonna be on spring break. So super exciting. I do have a note here to check for interest for PayPal now that I've paid it off. I want to keep checking. Keep in mind that I have a doctor's appointment in July. Next month we do have a water bill. So that's I'm going to be looking at paying as soon as possible. Trying to stay within budget. Work on paying the Apple Card. So that is a big one for me. Let's try to get back in the hack of making some debt payments and paying off some cards. And then I was talking with Nova. I do want to do something with her on probably the 31st. No. This day. The 1st or the 27th. We will be looking to do something because she is going to be on spring break, but the littles will be at school. Their spring break doesn't start until the 2nd. So either the 27th or the 1st, I'm going to look at trying to do something with her. So that is it, guys. I don't know what I got on this book. It looks gross, whatever it is. That's the budget. We got everything paid, so that really alleviates some stress. And the thing is, though, it's still a little stressful because you want to make sure that we're going to stay in that momentum and pay out and not spend. So, and make sure that we're covering this Apple Card. So, this already went through. And then these are the things I just paid or here you went through. I don't got right about him. But I just paid this and I just paid the Barclays. So we just got to get our money out and stuff and update our tracker and see where we are. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for sticking with me and seeing what we did as far as the budget. And I will be back when I get the money out so that we could stuff and get ready for our week for savings challenges. All right, guys. Bye.